Oh yeah!
Alright, hope everybody's having a good one. Welcome to Planet Coaster 2 with Cookie Pirate. Sorry, I'm struggling to talk right now. Taking a sip of water, I feel parched a little bit, but I'm not, like, physically thirsty. I don't know. But anyway, today we are in the Viking Park, just kind of doing whatever. I have a couple ideas of a couple little things I want to make. But we'll see. Kind of thinking of what else we can do in the park to improve it here. Let me go through all of this, clear that. Okay. Love it when the guards hum like that. Whoa, we found ourselves in the middle of a bathroom. Whoops. There we go. Now we found ourselves on a platform for a ride. It's magic carpet ride sort of thing. Coaster's doing well as always. Pretty lengthy line, doesn't go all the way out, but pretty close. Oh, these guards. So. Let me do something real quick on my second screen. Nope. There we go. Okay. I'm getting a little bit of a late start. Was actually doing a little bit of yard work and then got a little piano time in. So here we are. I don't think it's going to be a super long stream tonight. It's not going to be real late. The good news is I don't have to work overnight. So I'll be just working my regular days, and that means that my streams will stay relatively consistent this week. Kind of normalish times. Although, I've been thinking a little bit about it, and I'm not sure that I'm going to stream every night this week. Because I think that kind of wears me out a little bit. Especially when I'm doing these longer, 2 to 3... 2 hours isn't bad, but 3+ gets tiring, especially if you're doing that consistently. Jumpers, how are ya? Oh, there's a King Coaster making his rounds, keeping guests happy. All the usual. There. So, yeah, this coaster does always have a good crowd. Jimbers, you did a fantastic job with this. Really, Monzu recreation. I did tweak a couple things. I don't know if you were aware of this, but what I found was turning the friction down to 0.6. I think it was at 0.8 default. And then turning the speed of the trims and the blocks down, or up here rather, up to, I think I set them to 25, because they were way too slow to keep the momentum in the second half. So I didn't have to move any track pieces or anything like that. It just it helped with the excitement of the ride, and it got very popular after that. So line's clearing out a little bit. I wonder if people are going to other stuff. But of course, this is like the star attraction in the park as of late. We are getting a little bit better ridership on this ride here. But it's still pretty much just like a light trickle of people. And I've never understood why these over here in the back of the park are not more popular. Can you see a POV of the tweaked version? Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I didn't change any of the track. I just adjust the timing. Let me do the front bumper POV here. And it carries its speed through the second half better. Don't mind a couple of the trees. So the first half hasn't changed at all. Add a little landscaping over there by the Batwing. But there you go. So yeah, the first half, no difference. The second half, the pacing stays much better through it. One of my favorite things about this ride now is doing all of the terrain work, like raising this up right here, and kind of the additional path over here, kind of leveling this out. The try to replicate how you go through a tunnel on Montu right before you go through the corkscrew. Rather than a trench, I just found the tunnel I think would give a little bit better effect. Since we have kind of a dip, just a trench over here by the building. And then the terrain work over here by the Batwing, which also helped out with the railroad and just the scenery overall here. I really tried to make this ride interact nicely with the terrain and the paths. I mean, one of my favorite things, and that was suggestions from viewers, was to leave the ride here and build kind of the stuff around it. So you go down the first drop basically right over this little plaza here, and then like right here, you just barely clear your feet above that building, which was kind of a cool effect. And then with the loop. I mean, it's just barely, like, people's feet just are above the water. Like, if you pause it and look right here, they don't get their feet wet, but it is close. So just the terrain work, I got really intricate with it, trying to really make the scenery and theming around it. Really as nice as possible. I haven't put that much effort into the terrain around most of the other coasters in the park, so. I feel like we could do more with this, but I'm still trying to decide if I want to try to move the ride a little bit or something like that. I mean, we could clear some of these trees, we could redo the path over here. But the main purpose would be to give a little bit more room to expand the water park area, the pools, add some water slides and stuff like that. I just don't think many people are really going for water stuff. Well, there's a good crowd in the wave pool, and there's a decent crowd up here. I see the prestige 720, 630 something, and then 560 something here. Okay. I think it might just be because of the stuff here is a bit isolated. Tech, I see what you did there. Welcome. What's going on, man? Whoa. You back off. Over here. Just kind of look at the forest. This RMC actually really stands out nicely now. And then from that you see the top of the dive coaster and the invert over there. Is anybody getting on this? Not really. I was not happy with how this coaster ended up coming out. Experimenting. What is Zorin? So even the line for this is kind of tapered off a little bit. It's maybe as there's just more stuff for people to do, so I'm kind of hesitant to add more things. I mean, if we, and I'm being careful, but if we turn that up, I wonder, would we get a lot of people? Performance may be affected when the guest cap is increased above 6,000. I wonder, though, are we going to get more people if we turn that up? Because we're not at that 6,000 mark. Oh, look at this. No, we've got a bunch of people coming out. In now. Free Linux OS, the deadline for Windows 10 is tomorrow. Oh, that's right. Man, the good news is when I bought my computer probably 4 years ago at this point, I was able to transfer the Windows license each time from that to when I built my new computer back in 2022. I was able to transfer the Windows license because I kept the hard drive and I actually did sell that old motherboard. Somebody would just need a license, and I made that clear when I sold it. I disassociated it and transferred it because I was having all the the heating issues. And then I was able to carry it over to this platform, so I've been grandfathered into 11, fortunately. Or not, no, that's not true, because the one that I got had Windows 11 several years ago, which worked out. One thing I'm thinking about doing is making like a sushi bar somewhere. That might be a little tough to do, because you can't sell... Like if we go to a restaurant... I'll just go back to this one right here. Bought a very expensive rice cooker with some computing options. Yeah, that one was running hot. I'll emphasize this for anybody that is a little bit familiar with building computers. The case makes a major difference. Like, and it wouldn't really sound... Like, for somebody who's inexperienced, it may not sound that important, because you get, like, a cooler and stuff like that, but you need a case that's ventilated well, because you can add all the fans in the world, but if the fans are not getting the air to intake to cool up... Out! Well, they're gonna get caught by security anyway. Oh, yep, there they go. Yep, well, they're on their way home anyway, so... But all the fans in the world won't do anything if the fans are not getting the air that they need to push through. So in the sense of your case airflow is starving the fans effectively, then you're not going to get the cooling no matter how good your fans are, no matter how good your cooler is, etc. So I maintain that the case is one of the most important things. Now, it is important to get a good cooler for your CPU and stuff like that, and to have good fans. You should create your own jail and put the vandals and pickpockets on display there. Oh, that'd be funny. But I don't think the game mechanics would allow for that. They'd just end up getting sent home anyway. But yeah, look at this. We've got people flooding the park now that I turned the capacity up. I mean, we were at like 4,900 or 5,100, and we're just below 6,000 right now. Oh, now we've just crossed over it. Okay. Well, we've got the restaurant over here. It's actually a pretty decent crowd. The question is, are we going to get people going on this coaster? Aging. Tell you what, we're going to shut it down and we're going to swap it out. This ain't Zoo Tycoon. Was that a thing in Zoo Tycoon, or are you just making a reference to how you put the animals in cages and you can put people in them or something like that? I don't know what you're referring to. When's the new park? Yeah, I've kind of put it on hold because I've taken a break from streaming and stuff like that, but I really want to. It's just... I don't have the full motivation to start a new park when I've got something good going with this one. I know my tropical park I got kind of burned out on, and I just never really gained the traction with the mythology one. So I really want to do a split, like half Viking, half sorcery. Kind of make it like a Nordic, almost like a Skyrim themed, if any of you are familiar with the Elder Scrolls. I know Tech is. He's the one that introduced me to it, I'm pretty sure. So I can thank him for that and blame him for it, too. But with this park, I mean, I've been able to get a lot of good traction on some stuff, so... I wonder if turning up the guest capacity is going to just like deadlock almost all of my rides with just super long lines and stuff like that. You could drop guests into animal exhibits in Zoo Tycoon. They became very upset. In most cases, the animals would attack the guests. Oh my gosh! That sounds brutal. Alright. So let me go ahead and take that out. And replace it just the ride. You know what? Let me check something, because I think I actually may have saved a copy of the coaster without the station. What? Hold on. If you dropped an adult male guest in the T-Rex exhibit or the Great White Shark exhibit, they would be consumed entirely. The other ones just wrote bad reviews. Man! Yeah, okay, yeah. Oh, I spelled it wrong. So now I just need to get this in place and link it to... Yeah, align with scenery group. To rotate it a little bit. Actually, let me undo that. It may be easier just to... Is that the right... Yes, it is. That's, that should be perfect. We'll give it a test run and be able to open it back up. I miss an RCT 3 where you could do the, animal exhibits and stuff like that. I'm kind of hoping they would bring... Especially since they've done so much with Planet Zoo, I kind of wish that they would, Does this have a... Wait, just give me 1 second, I'll finish that thought. Connect ride. And then we just have to redo the TV here. There we go. Anyway, yeah, since they have the Planet Zoo, I wish they would almost do like a DLC or something like that, where you could do kind of animal exhibits, because I think that would do wonders for people trying to make parks that have animals in them. The first one that comes to mind is Busch Gardens, or SeaWorld, where they have animals and aquariums and stuff like that, kind of mixed in with the different attractions and stuff like that. So I think that would be really cool if they could do something like that. Looks like this is finished testing. Let's go ahead and open it. Can clear all of that there. Oh. Alright, and yeah, hopefully we'll get, you know, some crowds coming up to this, since it's technically a new coaster now. Yeah. Yeah, so hopefully we'll get some... Excuse me, hiccup. Get some wonders working with that. Yeah, that's wild. You could drop people into the exhibits and the animals would attack them. That's pretty brutal, I must say. Yeah, we're up to 7,700 people, and this is starting to get... Oh my gosh. Look at the line for the train station here. Oh, it's so crowded over here. We might need to widen this. I probably need to make the line longer as well. I have a feeling that a lot of these lines are going to get just jam-packed with the increase in guests in the park, but hey. Maybe some of these rides and coasters will start getting the attention they finally deserve. See, even this back here doesn't really have much of a line, even though it's a classic ride. It just isn't as popular. But with these classics, I don't want to delete them because the bonus to appeal is actually even higher than if it's new. It's plus 20% instead of plus 10 for a new ride. But if it becomes old, then it is absolutely worth replacing because you get a minus 20% penalty to that. Here's a Woody I made. Yeah, let's look at it, jumpers. Got a decent turnout so far. I had a really good turnout last night, but it fell off pretty quick once I started doing just the looking at random, ride blueprints and stuff. So I don't think I'm going to do that unless I plan for it. Okay. Gonna know what it is. Yeah, I was gonna say it looks familiar, so it's got to be that one that you built from the tropical. Let me go in here and grab it. Let's give it a go. That is one thing about starting a new park that'll be fun, is being able to build some new coasters and kind of give an inspiration for people to do the same. I would love to have a contest. Speed up to the top of the lift here. Yeah, good ride. I mean, it's one I'm familiar with. But I like it. almost felt like these brakes up here might be, what are those set to, 13? That might be a tad, slow. But I don't think it really affects the pacing on the rest of the ride. So, if I can see what those overall. Yeah, I mean, it's not a super big coaster, so it's not meant to be like super crazy or anything like that. But I really like the layout. It's kind of a double out and back, but it's got this kind of Y shape to it, which I really like. It's a little different than your typical out and back, double out and back. But yeah. I like the retrack, and of course you can see the color of the track changes where you see it's retracked. But I mean, overall it looks quite similar to the Wait, did this replace? Did you replace this? Or by chance take down the original? Because I'm not finding it in the list. I wanted to grab the old one and compare it, but I'm not seeing the original one. Unless it just wasn't named. The original blueprint name is Old Style Wooden. Okay. Oh, right here. Okay. Yeah. Run and test, and I'm wondering how it compares. Well, no, it does have the trim brakes right here. Hey, Leon, welcome. Yeah, but I mean, it's basically identical. Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? I think I might have turned the brakes off on the original. Let me see what that does. Turn it off on both. I mean, it's pretty much the exact same ride, other than just a little bit smoother where you did the retrack. I would love to see, I don't know if I would want to myself, but to see like somebody make a racing wooden, or even in a sense like a dueling wooden, almost like Lightning Racer at Hershey Park, where you have a combination of racing and a couple dueling elements, I think could be really cool. Yeah, I don't think you need the trims on that hill. I really do like the classic feel to this, though. Yeah, see, that definitely did. That was a considerable bump in stats, turning the trims off. Or just, like, getting rid of them. So, but yeah, no, I really like this. This is... I really liked this coaster when you first showed it, and the retrack is good. So, thanks for sharing. Alright. Let me turn this up. Get back into the park here. I have a feeling with the increase in guests, the park is going to get a lot more crowded. Well, I mean, of course it is going to get more crowded, but I have a feeling there's going to be longer lines. It might get a little jammed in some spots, as we're seeing kind of right here, and then over in this area. We might have to... I think if we did that... These are just stamps. I know what to delete. And then if we wanted to do that with the line, widen this a little bit, kind of help with the backlog of people. And just on a kind of a temporary basis. I'm not sure that we're going to keep the park count turned up this high, or the guest count. If I do notice a real hit in performance as the game suggests, then we might not. Should have some people making their way back here for this. I'm just curious if everybody's going to go for the stuff at the front of the park and not really venture to the back. Oh, see, look, it's still pretty jammed over there. Look at the lines. Well, the lines aren't actually bad, it's just people trying to make their way through the crowds. Interesting. I'm hoping some of this stuff in the back of the park will get more popular with the increase in guests, though. I mean, and they're still just pouring in. Yeah, but look at this. It's like a parade. No, we'll see. I may not keep it set that high. If I'm not noticing an improvement of people coming to the back of the park, or... Yeah, I'm gonna have to see what to do with this here. We need somebody over at this ride. Let me get a... We've got a few free ride attendants. Let me just try to get somebody over to these to get them running. Because when when the person who regularly works this takes a break, we need somebody... Oh, she's on the way back. Okay. Let me give her a shortcut. Because what'll happen is some people will start to panic. Right now it's not too bad because I don't think they've been off it too long. Well, no, this guy doesn't look happy. Oh, he is! Well, okay. We have that gift shop that we'll probably get rid of. Yeah, we're up to 9,100 people in the park. Wow. And they're still coming in. Look at how crowded that is. Look at that! All these people waiting to go on this ride here. That's crazy. Most popular flat ride in the park. Oh, I've got a... It's not many people actually in here. Yeah, everything over here is just jam-packed right now. Get a few people with priority passes, I guess. So I'm trying to think where would be a good place to do... I don't think we really have too much over here in terms of, like, food options and stuff. Well, no, because you've got the restaurant right there. We've got quite a bit over here. Got a good number of shops and stuff over here. So I don't really think we gotta... Whoa. Trying to find a suitable location for... Look at the attendant, like, stuck in here. That's kind of off. Oh, that's why we have an entertainer standing on the stairs here. That's kind of tying the exit up a little bit, I guess. I was like, are these people stuck? No, that explains it, though. That is a popular coaster in the park. Maybe we do something with this area and add an additional restaurant over there. I'm not sure yet, though. I have to think about that. Now we're up to over 10,000 people. They just keep coming in. It shows right over here where it's getting really crowded. Still not many people venturing back here. I wonder if that's maybe just a drawback to having a park so large that there just naturally aren't as many people going to stuff in the back of the park. I think maybe we need an additional... It's not going to be in there. It's going to be in here. Oh, it doesn't reach. Interesting. And I'm not actually... Oh, it could. The one I have is under the path. A little bit tougher to... Yeah, let's just do like that for now. Not enough tables over here. I mean, we could always clean this back up and add a few. Yeah, only one vacant table. That might be. I mean, let's see. What we would probably have to do is clear a little bit of this. As nice as it would be to keep these, if we get rid of them and get rid of the rug and duplicate a table. Slide it back a little bit. There's a little extra room now. Can we do the same? Not really over there, but we could definitely add one or two more over here if we get rid of those miscellaneous objects. And now we probably have room for a couple more booths. And we just have to make sure they're connected. And we technically have room for one more table. Somebody broke this one. Nice. Just thinking if we clean that up a little bit. I'm not sure about having the tables out here. If we... If we wanted to go with something like that, we'd actually have room for more. I don't know. They're kind of crowded on space. Alright, let me pause. Let me get this area cleaned up. Let me just see what this does. Oh, it's not gonna like that. Let me... Let me see here. Just thinking of how it would be if we kind of cornered it a little bit better. Honestly, if we did something like that, I think... Oh. Yeah, there we go. That's more like it. Now we have a little bit cleaner, and then we can just connect to this last table. And that's all of them. And it might still be a little bit crowded, but that should be a bit of an improvement. That might also just help the flow of guests a little bit better, too. We'll see. And the other thing that we could do is even just move it over like that. Not get them too close together, though. Maybe something like that. That should be okay. I mean, if we do like that. And then... you know, why don't we go ahead and just add a couple umbrellas. JP, how are you? Add some cover to that one there. Line that up there. That looks a little more organized, and that should help the flow coming into there. I'm doing okay too, thanks. Alright, now we've got a trickle of people getting on this ride, and let's see if this is improved. I definitely do see a little bit of a performance impact with the guest count turned up, but it's not terrible. And yep. Definitely getting more people on these rides though, so that's good. Yeah, so we've just about doubled the count of guests in the park. Looks like it's generally going to be, with a park this size and the rating it has, probably about 85 to 90%, I would say, of the maximum. And the good news is it does look like a lot of the crowds have kind of thinned out in the front. Which I take that as an indication that people are starting to kind of spread out and get around to other things in the park, which is good. So yeah, that's looking much better. And there's more of a crowd getting on this coaster. It's still station wait. But with more guests too, I think we're going to start yeah, probably start getting more people buying stuff at the shops and everything. So hopefully that'll also help. Just people buying like food and souvenirs and everything. Clean some of those notifications out. I was playing F and AF and let's not. Would prefer you keep profanity to a minimum there. Oh! Is that caught on camera? I witnessed her break it though. Yep, oh, yep, the guard got her. Out! Have to get somebody to fix that. Starting to get a decent line for that too. Yeah. Having that guest count high is definitely helping some of these things get more attention, but still a very thin trickle back here. That's more popular. Alright. Let me see. Might actually try to just build this over here kind of in an open plot, and we can relocate it. But my thought would be to get some sort of a building together and be able to put, you know, maybe some drink counters with some scenery pieces, and then I'm just curious to see what they have on the workshop. Oh wow, look at that. That's pretty. That one's actually pretty cool. Long Shop Viking restaurant. Oh, that's neat too. Yeah, some people do some really amazing stuff with the scenery here. That takes more time and patience than I have with my buildings. Viking chief beef. Yes! Awesome. Can't go wrong with a good chief beef. Actually, I think it would just be easier to find a place and set it up and do that, then you're not having to worry about relocating everything to include scenery pieces, facilities, and the path around it and stuff. You really should do a stream just showcasing our stuff. Yeah, I know I've had a lot of people suggest it, but that's something that I would need to plan ahead. Look at that, we made $1 million today. Wow, we're rich. But yeah, that's something I would like to do, but would plan in advance for it. Yeah, look at the line starting to form for this. It is a popular ride, so I really am pretty hesitant to delete it or anything. Maybe setting something up over here would be kind of cool if we build out and around this way. Oh, really? Alright, who broke it? Yep, oh, right there. Out. Ah. Get the walk of shame all the way across the park. Alright, I'm gonna open up a poll, try to decide what we're gonna do with this. Alright, there's that. I'll let you all vote and see what you think. I have a vertical drop coaster I'm testing, but I want you to check it out when you can. We might. I don't know if I'm gonna get to it this evening. I don't think I'm gonna be on super long tonight. So we got 1 vote for move the coaster. I'm thinking if we push this too far back, we would have to redo part of this dive, which is something I've considered anyway. Alright, gonna go ahead and delete this. Oh. Kind of taking shortcuts through here. I mean, either way, though, even if we leave the coaster in place, I plan to redo this whole area. So you all feel free to vote. If we move it, I think we would keep it in this general area and just kind of push it back a little bit. Because we don't really have a lot of open land unless we were to... Just out of curiosity. Well, you know what? I think I have the blueprint saved, so here's an easy way I'd be able to... Ow, my foot's cramped. Black drag. There we go, and it could fit over here, but that's... Yeah, that's going to be quite a squeeze in that area, so I don't think that would be a good spot to move it anyway. You could do... No, actually, yeah, you probably could do it over here. Well, not with the dive there. It's the best bet would be doing. Nope, because that's in the way. I don't think we actually really have room to move it other than just to shift it back slightly. And we'd have to redo the dive, so... I'll plan on moving it, but I'm not going to do that now. I think what I would do sooner is look at reprofiling this coaster here. Kind of get it to fit in this footprint. Not have it come out back this way. We'd have to shut that down and modify almost the entire second half of the ride. Plus a little bit, actually, really, this part. Have it maybe just come up into the brakes and... But yeah, we'll have to figure that out. If this wasn't a popular coaster, I'd probably just get rid of it, but since it is, I don't want to take it away, I'd just redo it. I do kind of like the idea of leaving the drop here kind of over the path. I do like having the path go underneath this kind of sea serpent element as well. Not enough tables for this. It's what is? Oh, it's got 18. Can we add 2 more? Let me look and see if we have room in here. Ah. Yeah, we can do that. That'd help a little. And then we just connect these 2 tables here. Oh wait, all of these aren't connected? What in the world? Well, shoot. In that case, now we just delete those 2. And we'll just put the benches back like we had it. I didn't realize those 2 were not connected. They should have been. I don't know how that happened. I mean, I very well could have just forgotten. Or a possible misclick or something like that. There, we're good. Alright. Yeah, now we've got 20 full tables, so... Ah! Alright, we'll get that fixed up. Alright. Oh, really? Right in front of a security guard. That's not smart. Out! Kick a bench right in front of a guard that was standing right there. That's brilliant. Easy way to get yourself thrown out. Let me see. I think I have this saved. Yeah, I do. So what I'm probably going to end up doing is just deleting this ride, and I'll move the floorless, and maybe we'll build a new dive in its place or something like that. But I don't think I'm going to do that right now. Still really not many people making their way over here. This is sent out full train. That's a good sign, though. It's 3/4 full. Good. Alright, I'm gonna step away real quick. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Probably gonna go just about another half hour tonight. Oh, mic got pushed away, sorry about that. Yeah, probably just another half hour, because I actually haven't even eaten dinner. Got a good turnout. I don't like to do too short of streams when we have a good turnout. I really appreciate you all watching and hanging out here. But since I'm going back to work tomorrow, I've got a fair bit of stuff to do on top of needing to eat, so Yeah, look at that. This coaster has a almost fall line. Man. See, when it's like this, I don't really, especially to have to shut 2 coasters down back to back, I don't want to particularly do that. So I'd rather close this, come up with a replacement for it, or just build another coaster to give them something to do while these 2 are shut down. But yeah, if you look, the massive influx of people has kind of thinned out a bit, so the numbers are more stable. What I'm thinking is running a path from over here. Maybe out this way. Maybe even could tunnel it. Cross over the railroad tracks at some point. And then maybe tying into that back there so we'd have kind of 2 entrances into the water park, so to speak. Or even just at least routing it back around this way or something. I haven't figured that out yet, though. This could probably go away and be replaced. Still just dated. Hasn't flipped yet. Are there many people even using the chairlift? Not many. We could eventually do away with it. Well, there's a decent number, but not a whole lot. I think it would be more effective if we actually ran it from the front of the park to the back. So I'm going to open up a poll. We've only got about 20-25 minutes left. Alright, poll's open. I'll let you all vote. I'll keep it open about 5 minutes, and we'll at least get something started, if not finished. Oh good, we got a janitor coming back there to take care of that. That's good. So overall, I mean, the park doesn't look too dirty, but let's just see. Man, I think if we could kind of fix some of this mess up. Got a few red spots with the power generators and stuff. And the problem is you can't put them underground. Distributors you can, filters you can, but pumps and your actual generators, they have to be above ground so that a maintenance employee can reach them. Alright, somebody broke a trash can. So while I'm at it here, let's just take a look and... Oh, nice. Alright, go ahead and throw your litter on the ground. I wish you could kick people out of the park for that. Not kick them out necessarily, but fine them or something. And then we've got a little over here. It's kind of interesting. We've got a bunch of cans. Oh, these are off the path. We've got a good number of cans right over here.
Lose.
We've got King Coaster and Queen Splash hanging out together right there. Is that... Oh, it's just about fall. I was gonna say, is it knocked over? Any other areas? Just kind of some isolated litter and stuff. Little bit over here. What we could do is duplicate the trash can. Maybe put it in the corner between these two buildings. Kind of like that there. Dale, what's going on, man? Park looks killer. Let's get that lazy river going around the High Top restaurant bar. Just kidding. No, it's not a bad idea. I actually had the idea I was mentioning earlier about possibly building like a sushi bar or something like that. We could definitely add a can there. Any other problem spots? I'm looking around and I'm not really seeing any. Well, a little bit over here. All this over here looks okay. Oh, a few people have yacked on this coaster. Well, we gotta do some theming around that at some point. Throw your litter on the ground right next to the trash can. You people are brilliant. Over here, this is the biggest problem area, so let's, well, we've got a janitor over here. So, we could grab... So we gotta vote for a new restaurant and shops. So maybe we can do something with that for a little bit, at least get it started before I have to jump off. I am getting hungry. None of them are looking for work, so we might actually need to hire a few. Probably with the increase in guests. They are kept more busy around the clock, so let's just add a few. get some assistance with the cleanup around here. Alright, we should be okay there. And with the increase in guests, one thing that I'm seeing is there are more people needing to use the facilities, and they are getting dirty faster. So where are people the most hungry? Kind of over here. Well, the good news is there's a restaurant right there. Plenty of food options over there. I'm almost thinking we would do one over here when we move this this ride. But we can set something up. Not even taking that into account. With the big restaurant there, we've got restaurant and food shops here. We've got a bit over here. A few more over here. A few here. I'm trying to think of a good location. What are all these? Hot dog squad. That's balloons. Oh, so these are souvenirs, not food. Well. I think. What are these? Slushies, lattes, chief beef, and... oh, we have the sushi shop right there. Trying to think of a good location. Maybe right here, but if we're gonna move the coaster, that's gonna be... go into park info, make sure everything is open. I'm almost certain everything is open, but we'll double check it. Pools, shops. Yeah, everything's open. Yeah. Yeah, so we're all good there. I mean, it is a bit of a walk. Maybe we could put something over here. I think this would actually be a pretty decent spot. I mean, there is the restaurant right there, but that's a bit of a walk. I think it's probably a little bit isolated. Do we? We don't have anybody able to come over to that? Man! Alright, hold on. Do you have restaurants and modular shops at the front of the park? Let's get all that cleaned. So we have a restaurant here, just pretty close to the entrance, and then the modular souvenir shop is in the castle that Bromik built. And we have like food stands and drink stands, of course, with that, the tavern, and then the food options are up over here. Don't really have people coming up here though, interestingly. You know what we even could do is add another shop right here. I think maybe we'll do that. So you've got Chief Beef, Cosmic Cow. Edit the building, make it into an all-in-one restaurant modular souvenir shop. That would be cool, but that would be pretty difficult to pull off. I think we could do a Viva La Vegan over here. It is a little bit tricky to see. I want to make sure we get that added in the right spot. Bring it up 1 meter. It's good there. We can open that. And we're good there. We've got some additional food. JP, welcome back. I'm going to be heading off probably in the next like 10 or 15 minutes. I mean, I'd love to hang out longer, but I've got stuff I gotta do. I need to eat. I feel like it's just a little bit close right there with that. We can actually move that can. We've got the one over here. Add that one. Just over there instead. But this looks beautiful. So we could... this is the stock restaurant for the Viking theme. When they added restaurants, I think update, what was it, 3 or 4? I don't remember, but that's just the default one. But I would definitely do a custom one next. So, 2 to keep in mind, this does have a modular souvenir shop. It doesn't have the restaurant. We could turn this into a restaurant up here if we wanted to. Out! We could almost do kind of like what I did with that coaster station in the tropical park and do the modular souvenir shop, the ride station, and then the rooftop restaurant. But I don't have any coasters that I would want to do that with here. I don't think. The closest we have is the... Oh, look at that! The ride is getting long. Or the line for the ride. That's good, though. 1% did not enjoy it. Was it too intense for them, or what? Perfecto out, heck yeah. I don't have any coasters that I would want to do that with right now. You could do something with that under there, but I don't know. We could definitely do like a modular souvenir shop in a restaurant. We just have to figure out somewhere to place it. Because, I mean, we have this up here. That's a pretty big scale restaurant. That's a standard size. That's a standard size. We did take the one out from over here, so maybe somewhere in this area could be a good place for one. I'm honestly thinking I'll probably just get rid of this coaster. If we did something over here, we kind of spruce up the theming around this woody. Expand your water park and make a souvenir shop in a resty. Also, we do have the souvenir shop right here. And we're going to redo this path and probably bring this in a little bit. You could do a restaurant right next to it, but not stacked. Look at all the litter in here. Good lord. I think my janitors are working like overtime. Let's add a couple. We could do another one over here. We did delete that souvenir shop. Have a modular in the front of the park. here. We have one here. We have the one here. We don't really have anything over here, though. That could be a good location for something. But I think I will go ahead and put food and drink down right out here. Spread them throughout the park for the love of God. Yeah, right? I've just expanded it so much. Alright, so tell you what we'll do here. I'm going to go in and grab the blueprint. And I'm going to be getting off in the next few minutes anyway. But we will go... I want to try to get a variety of scenery pieces for these themes, though. Some custom ones. Maybe create some of my own. Kind of in this... Oh. Kind of in the style of these, but a little different, so it's not the same, you know, generic ones. Time after time. Alright, and let's add some food. And drinks. Let's go with, let's do a pizza pen. Sushi. You know you can tilt the buildings, right? But I don't think you can tilt these, I don't think you can tilt the shops. Let me see. Just out of curiosity. Part of the scenery group. No, yeah, you can't tilt these, so. Alright, anyway. I'm gonna delete that. And then we'll do a drink. Gulpy soda. Didn't say the shops. Well, what buildings were you talking about? Just these in general? Alright, that's not right. Why is that one leveled? Oh, the windmill one, yeah. Yeah, but the problem is if you tilt... Unless you just want to tilt the top of the windmill, which could be funny. Alright, there you go, Dale. You call that the Drunken Windmill. that would actually be a really funny restaurant name. The Drunken Windmill. Banos to the left of the Gulpy. No, I've got some right here. So they're close enough there. Put in the map code if you want to view it whenever you have a chance. Alright, let me check it real quick. That's the last thing I'm gonna do, because I was gonna be jumping off here. Alright, let me save this. We'll pick back up with that next time. Let me go into a blank park and we'll check out your coaster real quick, JP. The Drunken Windmill, that would be really funny. That would be a really funny restaurant name. Okay. Don't jump off the bridge or cliff, right? It's a map. Oh, that right there. Okay. Alright. Let me get out of it. Pull that up real quick. That's it right there. Oh, it's a dive. Okay. Space themed. Ooh, it's boxed in a wall. Interesting. Alright. $30 by $40 for a coaster contest. Okay. I mean, these dive coasters usually fit in fairly compact areas as well. Whoa, it's very interesting, like, off-axis roll. Is it gonna make it? Oh, just barely. That's close. Yeah, I like the music. You need more banking in that turn there. Goes into an interesting overbanked turn there. A little more banking right there too. And then into the brakes. I really like the sci-fi little tunnel that you've put together. Hey, Ben Player. If I submit half of a Megapark I'm working on incomplete, can I review it? I could do that. I'm not going to tonight because I'm actually getting ready to jump off. I need to eat dinner and do some stuff before I go to work tomorrow morning. But yes, that would be something I'm open to doing. I frequently look at people's work and review it and stuff. Yeah, and we've got a pretty good group of people here too, so if you want to share it with the chat and let other people look at it, you definitely are encouraged to do so. So, JP. This is a pretty good coaster. It's got an interesting layout. A lot of twists and turns. So you're definitely utilizing space in a good way. It's relatively compact. I mean, it's not like absolutely minuscule. No, JP is not talking about your code. The one for band player. 60 to 70k objects. Oh, that's a pretty decent count. Hey, Mozartima, try submitting this coaster to Channel 5 Gaming's current coaster contest. A suggestion. That could be a good suggestion. So... Is this actually vertical? It doesn't look like it. It looks close. I'm going to do this just for science. Just out of curiosity, and see what the, 85. Okay, so it's not totally vertical. I was gonna say I didn't think it was. Anyway, we can put that back in place. I like the fast lift hill. It does extend a little ways out, which makes sense given the footprint that you're trying to fit it into and the elements here. This is almost, I don't even know what to call this. It's an interestingly profiled, like half cut back into a into like a off-axis 0G roll. It's an interesting element. Yeah, I mean that's how realistic coasters are. No, your dives, your dive coasters definitely get to 90 degrees plus. One thing I'm thinking is where you kind of have a straight angled section here. I would recommend making your drop a little bit longer at that steepest angle. You have room to make it vertical, and then broaden your dive out a little bit. You could make the steep drop longer and kind of smooth like a curved transition instead of just a drop and then it leveling off into this, I don't know, like 50-degree angle or so. So it stays at that for a fair while. On these dive coasters, that's one of the big things about it, is kind of sustaining that vertical or even very close to vertical drop. That's a cool element there. A couple of your turns, I see you have added banking, but a couple of your turns have a couple interesting unbanked or too shallow banked sections. I like this interesting kind of cutback element. I was gonna say it's an overbanked curve, but it goes way back beyond vertical here, and then it levels out. You could possibly carry that in a little bit more. Coming up into this brake run right here, it almost didn't, or almost looked like it wasn't going to make it, but I liked that. celestial theme, so something like sci-fi, stars. I really like it. Need to have the starlight panels on the inside with a couple TV screens. Throw in mist, steam, smoke effects throughout. It'll be epic. I think those are actually good ideas for a celestial theme. You could definitely do TV monitors with the space. One thing that I'm a little bit critical of is this kind of hurts your ride's pacing quite a bit. Having it just gradually roll out of these breaks. I would like to see a steeper drop kind of off of here. Maybe go into an element that sends it up this way and around. Because after this first inversion here, it does a lot of twisting and turning, which is good, because dive coasters do that. But this here, just a really slow, gradual drop, coming up and around into more twists. Got this element, then this, I think, just really kind of throws off your pacing. Alright, band player, let me save your code. I'm not gonna get to it tonight, but I will definitely check it out. And I encourage all of you in chat to check his hold on. N4K. Oh, I mixed these up. There we go. Oh, that right there. Okay. DLC required. Oh, the bonus rides? Yeah, I don't have that. Can you actually get it? Oh yeah, it's $4.99 for 3 rides. Gosh, I don't know if that's even worth getting. The Cube, the Intamin water coaster, and then the tracked dark ride. Carmel High School Marching Band. Yeah, it's... I have it. It shows up. The Steam overlay doesn't show up on chat. But if you pre-ordered the game, you got a Cube flat ride, you got like a tracked dark ride, and then the Intamin water coaster. Don't think it's worth it, yeah. Not essential for the park, I think. Okay. Yeah. No, it's not. It's not $40, JP. It's $4.99. But I don't even agree paying $5 for those 3 rides. Like I would pay like 1 or 2. Okay, so JP, anyway, yeah, I think you've got a couple ideas to work on, perhaps. Just try playing around with this first drop. Maybe play around with that. That's my biggest 2 things. Otherwise, though, it's minor stuff like just, you know, make sure your banking is adequate and stuff. Because there were a couple parts where it wasn't banked enough. But overall, I like the layout. I think you have a really good concept. You're off to a good start with the coaster. I like the lights that you put on the front. Actually, let me pause that and take a better look at this. Right up here. I'll pay for your guys' bonus rides DLC. Oh, man. I like the light bars on the train. And then you have the kind of the glow on the track here. That actually looks really cool. You always do a really good job with the theming of the rides, and I know this is just a start, early work in progress, but you're off to a good start. And I think, based on what I've seen from you in the past, I think you're going to have some incredibly themed, incredible theming for this coaster here. So, good start, keep up the good work, and good luck in the contest. So, alright, band player. I will check your park out the next time I stream, which is usually most weekdays around like 6:30 or 7 Eastern. I need to get up and eat. I actually ended up staying on longer than I said I would. But thanks for stopping by. I encourage you all to go check out his stuff here. Give him some good feedback, some positive feedback. Give him constructive criticism if it's warranted. I always like to highlight something that somebody does well and something that you can improve on and give constructive feedback on how to do that. And I like people to do that with me. Unless it's T3, don't just go in and look at something and say it sucks. No. Alright guys, that's going to be it for me tonight. Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate it. We should be back on tomorrow, normal time. We'll definitely start off with, we'll start off with that park. Criticize me, I can take it. It sucks right now. Well, it won't when it's done. Well, that's exactly the point, is it's a work in progress, and so there's always ways to improve. But even on the stuff that you've done, you know, the feedback on that, I'm just not going to go into the park and say, well, this is terrible, because it's only half done. So, but yeah, we'll check that out next time. We'll start with that. And yeah, good turnout tonight. Hopefully we'll see you all again tomorrow or Wednesday. I should be on tomorrow. If not, I will be on Wednesday. But yeah, as always, folks, until then, take care, stay safe, T3 sucks, and we'll see ya.